one more for the game. Come, sit.
You have passed the 13 gates. And you come to my table to play the game of life and death. Your stake is wagered. I refuse none who come here. Yet, I say, turn back. It has been some time. Since you last sat at the table. Let us begin again. Here is the first member of my court, the Jack of Dust. 12 in all must fall before you may challenge me. Let the cards fall where they may. We begin. That first moment, that glinting weapon, the call to action, to adventure. Truly, there is nothing like it. Choose from these options. Oh dear. A moment to savor. That will make you much more effective. Fair Merith, I'm not surprised to find that this encounter remains vivid in your memories. I'm sure you are grateful for that. I was never a fan of illusion or pretense. Here, I'll make an exception. You can now reflect your opponent's ranged attacks using your shield. Make good use of this skill if you wish to survive. Down once more, seeking the heart of it all. Head downwards, if you dare. You're on the final floor of our simple map. Your opponent waits here for you. Find him. If you defeat me, well, it is early to be talking about victories and losses. Let us see what you're made of. You can now counter your opponent's attacks. Hit the counter button when you see the flashing indicator. Every step you take consumes food, but you will also heal as you proceed. Increasing the effect of one sort of magic with another, all you need is a channel for power, and it's simple enough. If you were wondering why you've been collecting all that gold, you now have your answer. We're starting to get into the meat of the game now, the back and forth between resources and rewards. The most fundamental symbol of might for an age. A classical approach to dealing with crowds. Artifacts provide powerful special abilities to use in combat, but it takes time to ready them. Interesting choice. You have reached my first champion. A good man, driven to madness by a war that took all from him. Wife and child, kith and kin. From such dark and brittle iron I forge my tools. Now we see your mettle. Some enemy attacks cannot be blocked or countered. Get out of the way or stop them with your own counterattack. Down into the worms with him. Perhaps there is peace for him in the grave, poor soul. One champion has been sent to the cabinet. Yet we are only at the start of our road. You will face 11 more opponents who will test your strength, your memories, and your resolve. Few fall at the first hurdle. None reach the last. We have wagered, and you have won. You may claim your rewards, yet I will also claim mine. As you improve, so do I. Balance must be retained. Shall we deal again? The game begins. One lives and one dies. Let us see what you are made of. Ah, good. Now you understand the basics, we can begin in earnest. Your hero is returned to his beginning items. Our decks are reset. Welcome to the cabinet, home of the members of my court. Time for you to face my undead army. Meet the Jack of Skulls. Some cards are locked and cannot be removed from your deck. New content awaits you. It will be awarded when you complete your run. I will add my own cards to the deck. How boring life would be without a little spice. We play for life and death. Prepare yourself. A little extra health, but it is only a momentary respite. Ouch. Really? Is that what you're going to do? I'm starting to wonder if you're simply leaving this card in as a quick way to get your hands on a shield. Deeper towards our foe. Many have reached this far. Further, in fact. I do not know if you have what it takes to do better than they did. Running water protects against many things in myth. Generally, though, it's just a pain to get past. I always thought it was best to avoid the problems of others. I see you have no such concerns. It's a lump of iron on a stick. Not terribly subtle. The token is yours. Well done. Were you hoping this was the end? No. Another floor awaits. Good. Now all you need to do is find and kill the Jack of Skulls, and we can progress. I'm sure it's not called Dead Man's Gorge without reason. I'm impressed. Few select these sorts of weapons because nobody ever anticipates being in peril. Such misplaced confidence is usually their downfall. Distinctly average. What do you expect me to say? Congratulations? Armor protects you from damage. The best armor, of course, does so much more. An ambush? Hardly fair, is it? Great men wield great swords, swords of myth and legend. For you, this will suffice. This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter. The undead. Of all the players in the game, these are the most dangerous in the world, yet in no natural form. A wrongness, an error, cheating. Shots from rifles cannot be deflected. You would do better to avoid them. Are you agile enough? Ah, well done. Well done indeed. But you have roused the dead in their dusty tombs, and even I cannot say what will come of it. Now our wager becomes more interesting. Will the tools you've earned suffice to address the challenges I pose? That is the question, is it not? Shall we deal again? Another round, and our game truly begins. A quick glimpse at things to come. Bold woman, this one. She did not collapse when the Empire did. No, she took up arms, organized her people, and vowed that in a country where death had gathered, she would be the one dealing it. Now we play for the cup, the first of my symbols. I've added some cards to spice up the game. In addition to the pain and gain decks, there are now blessings and curses. Choose your steps carefully. Take your time if you like. I've waited long enough. Your provisions are running low. Can you press on? One more step down, and we may see the end of this, or another set of stairs. This is what I was looking for. You show some aptitude for the game. Perhaps this will not be as boring as I thought. Your journey is well begun. Take the token. It is yours. The deeper you go, the greater the risk of starvation. A chance to buy more food. You must be relieved. Food is crucial for healing. If you travel without food, your strength will not be restored between encounters. You'll also begin to starve. It seems you'll learn that soon enough, though. I'm sure you are grateful for that. Given how rarely one encounters the folk, you are fortunate indeed to meet Merith again. Or perhaps we are merely cycling around the wheel and dipping into the same memories time and time again. A terrifying walk to get to the Queen. So many potential places for an assailant to get the upper hand. Artifacts give you powerful abilities to use in combat. Are you sure that's the right approach? You can always review your cards here. Better than trudging along a muddy road. Certainly. You are close on her trail, and more confident than I had imagined. Perhaps you will play beyond this mark, and we will see your true mettle. I cannot expect you to get by without some protection. Our bandits are displeased with your challenges. I did not realize you were such a fearsome adversary. I will bear that in mind. Greed. If it were not for greed, then who would play at this game? Middle of the road in every way. A crucible to heat and purify the flawed metal. You, in this case. Now we begin to raise the stakes. The arena itself will fight against you. Beware of my... We meet the Jack again. Did you think him done before? Oh, no. Shuffled back into the deck to rise again to the top. As are we a little gold to give you a taste for it. Well done. Again, the stones tumble upon you. A choice. Select your desire. Noble causes turn to rotten enterprise. You may win this battle and send the Queen to her rightful end. Yet, what have you gained in the process? Inevitable, I suppose. So often those who beat plowshare to sword die by the grim instruments of their industry. Still, she fought well and bravely, which is all I expect from my pawns and players. You have earned the first of the symbols of my power and passed the first gate. There is no turning back now. Previously I was merciful, but now I cannot be. It is begun. I crafted each of these cards over the course of years. You have taken them from me in mere moments. Come, play again. Do you have what it takes to defeat the rats? Ah, the rats. They have swarmed up from the dark places beneath the realms of humanity and now squat amongst your cities and feast and shriek and hunt and writhe. Now you can play the game as the gods do, without consequence or concern. Our Lord of Plague does like to rub your nose in misfortune.